Hey there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to Sheepdog's subscriber special extravaganza, bonanza, all the fucking answers possible. This is going to be a pretty big undertaking for me because it's going to be 24 hours of Dwarf Fortress. I'm not going to do them all at the same time, obviously. I don't want to kill myself, but it will be a full 24 hours over, kind of going over a weekend. So from my calculations, which are probably incorrect, it will start Friday at midnight Friday morning and finish midnight Monday evening. There will be a half-hour episode every 2 hours. And I think that's correct. It might just be the Saturday and Sunday, but that seems a bit small to my mind, considering the time frame. And anyway, that's the plan. And I'm not stupid. I do not think that it will last the whole way. I don't think that one round of Dwarf Fortress will last anywhere near that long. I'm just going to record a crap ton of Dwarf Fortress and put it up for you guys as a thank you for subscribing to me, for sticking with me, for supporting me and everything. If you don't like Dwarf Fortress, fair enough, I understand, because of its graphics or lack thereof of high, hardcore, amazing graphics, AAA stuff, or even standard, what you would expect from a standard game. But I love it. I absolutely adore this game because of its intricacy, because of so many things. So please, if you're interested in the game, bear with. I haven't played it for ages because I've been doing YouTube, so I will probably have gotten out of the of the zone you have to be in to not massively fuck up. So there'll probably be quite a lot of comedy of me killing my dwarves in a stupid way. Okay, moving on from that, I am using the Masterwork Dwarf Fortress mod. I do enjoy it, or at least I did when I was originally playing it ages and ages past. So I'm using that again. There's a lot of stuff I probably won't understand. So this will be in part me learning again the mod and the game, and in part we'll learn it together. And hopefully, you guys can give me some good insights for the next set of videos I do for Dwarf Fortress, because I will be doing more. So, there we go, that's the basics. I will be using Dwarf Therapist. I'll click on it quickly, there it is. You can't see it because I'm only recording the standard Dwarf Fortress. So there will be points, and I'll try and be as descriptive as possible, where I use Dwarf Therapist. So I'll let you know when I'm using Dwarf Therapist and what I'm doing and etc. So don't worry about that. This isn't a tutorial as well. This is just pure enjoyment, pure playing. So what I'll do is I'll put up on my description a link to maybe a couple of tutorials for Dwarf Fortress on YouTube, something that other people have done, because I'm not a tutorial guy. I'm not the one who knows everything and can give you amazing strategies and stuff. I play for entertainment, and I don't think I'll ever be the explaining things tutorial guy, so I don't do that. But I will try and explain what I'm doing and why, to the best of my ability at least. So let's go in and start up. Yes, we are going to the lands of, I'll use the mouse cursor here, Nebwet Tab something ad. So we're going to be doing the fortress, not the adventurer, because I much prefer the fortress. Adventurer, as I remember, is very roguelike. It's it's roguelike. That's what it's like. And I also remember I pre-created this world so you guys don't have to go through it. And as I remember, I tend to enjoy going places with. There we go. That's what I wanted, I think. What's that? Okay. So temperate freshwater marsh. We've got woodland. I tend to enjoy playing in places with lots of wood. Like if you see, here's the mouse cursor right here. In this third panel on the right, the world panel, I tend to enjoy going places with lots of wood, like down here. You can see there's big wood icons. That's where all the wood is. Unfortunately, there's no flux metal down there, as far as I can tell. I also like building on a mountain. These little triangle pointy up things are mountainous areas. So I like being able to dig into a mountain as opposed to like constructing a fort and digging down. So that's what we'll be doing. These blue icons here are all there we go. Yeah, they're my dwarf civilization. If you press tab, you can see your neighbors. You know who's going to be attacking you. For example, goblins and probably frost giants and orcs and stuff later. That will be fun. Mighty Dwarf Legion. That's worrying. I don't know what that is. And then you got your civilization, which is the blue, like weird blue thing. All these blue things you can see in the middle / top. And then you got the elevation, the cliff indicator. So we've got here kind of 5, 3, 2, 3, 3, and then 0, 0. And then you've got the standard look, which tells you what's there, like clay, dirt, peat, little soil, shallow metals, deep metals, and fluxstone. Fluxstone's very useful. You want it if you can get it. Clay, dirt, and peat, again, the same thing. Soil is good. It means that you can generally dig into the mountain a bit quicker when you start out. But later on, you tend to have enough dwarves and stuff, it doesn't matter as much to dig through rock. Shallow metals, plural shallow metals is important. It tends to mean that there is more than one, well, it does mean that there's more than one type of ore in the area, and you'll be able to get a good kind of a good variance. And same with deep metals. You can get shallow metal or shallow metals, deep metals. They both mean that you'll have something to forge into weapons and other useful items. And then you have fluxstone, which is just pure useful. And also it indicates, in my mind at least, it indicates the likelihood of there being coal. If you don't have coal, you have to cut down wood to burn, to smelt and do lots of different things. So it's best to have coal if you can. So what we're going to do, we're going to select this area to embark, 3 by 3. It means it's not too big and I won't lag out. So what we'll do, we could just use the dwarf for new players there. And then maybe, I'm not sure, and you can see there's orc and kobold as well. I don't know anything about those, but later on I may possibly do that. That's great. Let's use the, I'm not sure. I guess that takes us to the, okay, so there we go. That's the basics. And we've got, let's see quickly if we can connect now to Dwarf Fortress to see who we've got. It apparently wants to crash. Right, we'll give that a second and then launch it up again. Dwarf Therapist is the most useful. There we go. We've got it. Dwarf Fortress is the most useful. We'll do them by current job for now. No, let's do them by highest skill. Okay. Well, we don't need to do that, actually. Never mind. Let's do them by cast. That will help us for a bit. Okay, so let's go back. So what we've got here is we've got a jeweler's guild dwarf, a wrestler dwarf, and an arcane dwarf, which is the jeweler's guild, and then the arcane dwarf and the wrestler's recruit. What that means is that this arcane dwarf has some sorcery, and the wrestler has some wrestling skill. We can go and look at that, I do believe, if we go this way. All of this is pretty much done with the mouse. Let's see. So we've got butcher, tanner, cook, brewer. You have to start with a lot of skills starting off, as I remember. Let's see if we can find his. Maybe he doesn't have wrestling. Maybe he's just prone to wrestling better. That might possibly be what it is. Apparently it is. And I guess the Jewelers Guild guy is good at dueling. So let's just have a quick look. There's got Mechanic Miner, Bone Carver Miner, Lumberjack and Carpenter for the Arcane Dwarf. Well, Carpenter's very important, especially later on. Animal Trainer, Armorer. Okay, and then this guy is Architect and Farmer. So tell you what we'll do is we'll take off the Farmer and the Architect for this guy. There we go. And for the Arcane Dwarf, we will take off the Lumberjack and Carpenter and put him on the... Oh, crap. What was this guy again? He was a Farmer to 6, I believe. Oh, yeah, he was Architect, wasn't he? So we'll put Architect up a couple. I think he was on 8. There we go. And then this guy can be our Lumberjack and Carpenter to foot... Like, oh, that's why. Okay. So let us just change that out then. So we'll put that as that for now, I guess, but I'll have to remember to change it. Okay, so okay, we still can't apparently put that up any higher. Must be like the skills. So let's that, to be honest, isn't as important. So we'll do 7, 9 because Carpenter's a bit more important than Lumberjack. To my mind. So we've got, let's go through everyone again. We've got Miner Mason, good. That is needed. And for a Jewelers Guild, not as important. Miner Mason, Miner Mechanic, Miner Bone Carver. Again, iffy. But with this guy as the secondary farmer, as I believe, yeah, it's secondary farmer, because this guy's a farmer, architect, and everything else, it means that this one will be free later on, and he doesn't have anything that's too important. You know, we can replace farmers reasonably easily, hopefully. So this guy's the only one with anything left over. So is a concentration might be important for an arcane. So let's bump that up a little bit. Student, let's give him 1 in teacher, and we could have him as an appraiser as well. That might it might be later on. Let's just put that in there. It might be later on that he is important to make to appraise kind of magical things, but also it means that when traders come, we already have someone with the skill who can appraise stuff. So let's have a look at the problems. No wood logs available. Really? Is there no wood? Oh yeah, there are. Just, well, we don't really need wood logs, do we? I don't feel like we do anyway. So we've got plump helmets, spawns, granite nests, sewer brew. Let's get some just standard food. We'll go with some fish for now. Let's get some cave. Those are actual. Okay, so we get rid of that by we'd get rid of that by doing the minus sign. Okay, so we've got, that's right. I think I might have the simple stuff on. So yeah, let's bring some fish with us. Let's bring just some chubs to the sound of 20. Let us grab. Let's have a look. Plants we don't really need. We've got the plump helmets, and we can gather more as we look around. I think sweet pods. It would be worth getting a couple. So let's get 5 sweet pods, just so we can get some drinks in us as well. depending on the plump helmets, and a bit of difference to digging implements, anvils. Are we taking an anvil with us? Let's have a look. Copper picks. We aren't. That is a mistake. We should always take an anvil with us. So the iron anvil will be taken. I'd like to get a dog in with us of some kind. War cragtooth boar. Bloody hell. Do we want any breeding animals for food and so on and so forth? We could get some goats, maybe a nanny goat and a billy goat, and then we'd be able to have milk and shear as well and stuff. So that's something to think about. I've got some hunting. Let's take a female cat. One. I just need to make sure quickly that we're not getting any other... Oh, bloody hell, there's a lot of these. Okay, so yeah, we're not getting any other animals that I can see. If you get one female cat, when traders come, even if they have the animals in the cages and stuff, your animals can still give birth, mate and give birth, even though they're just in the cages. They can't actually get to each other. It happens. So, all right. So let's get we could get a female dog as well. Actually, we could get a female dog and a male dog, and just see what we can do about that, and then get a nanny goat and a billy goat. So we've got a few animals with us. We're one off. All right, let's take that dog away then. Goodbye, male dog. Hopefully that will get sorted before they die. And we could get another cat, maybe 2 female cats. You don't want a cat explosion. But no, let's take some more bituminous coal. It will help us out just in case. So, we'll go to our... yes, we'll name our fortress, which, let's see, lasted town, closed barricades, steakworm. I like that. We will stick with steakworm. And then the group will be the gravel of barbs. There. The bell of inconvenience. I quite like that, because whenever I play Dwarf Fortress, I do feel inconvenienced a lot. So, the first thing up should be... Here we go. Okay, so... We do have someone with sorcery. That should always be kept in brain. Let's actually get in and have a look about. Before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to name... the dwarves after people in the got a car of some kind running past my window, if you didn't hear that. So we're gonna get, let's see, just anyone who's been featured, talked in my videos and been featured in my videos. I didn't have anyone sign up to take a name, probably because you guys didn't know what you were signing up for, or you can't have that much interest, but I wanted it to be a surprise, so there's no way around that really. So embark, yes. Okay, you have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Ezost Kegeth. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plough, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the Zen get hungry. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. Atis Vesril Steakworm strike the earth. And yes, it is paused. Okay, so let's have a look at what we got. Is that no, that's not going to be bituminous. Yeah, it's chert. It gets me every single bloody time. So we've got some magnetite there. We've got some peat. Oh, brilliant. We do have peat. That will help. Okay, so we've got peat here. So this is me going up levels, if you didn't know already. I can go up and down levels. You have there's so much to this game. I do apologize, guys, if I don't explain things properly. It's just how it's gonna be. So yeah, these arrows here, you can see this yellow X. It's that's my cursor basically, and you've got these up arrows. That implies that you can go up another level, and you know, if a dwarf comes from there, they don't fall, they just step down. It's almost like a step. Consider it to be a step basically. And then you got the down, so this is where we were, and then up, and then up, and then this here is all empty space, and like if they fell from here they'd die, and yeah. Okay, and then you've got, okay, let's keep going. So here is the bottom floor, as it were. After that, there you see the river and pools of water all over the place. So it looks like this right side might be slightly more peaty, as it were. Okay, and then you go further down, and you can go down, down, and down for a long, long time. God knows how far down, but yeah, you can go on for down for a long, long time. There's no indication, unfortunately, of what metals there are about here, and there aren't that many trees, so I'm going to have to be reasonably careful with my tree population. This, however, is a silk web, which will be nice later on. However, it leads me to guess that there might be... Oh, okay, there are no creatures. I thought there must be some spiders about, but there you go, not so far. So these guys will pick up their... These guys, you can see the dwarves here, obviously. I can press K, and you got the water buffalo bull and the stray horse, because you get two random things turning up. You got the stray dog, and this is the thing I love about this game is, you know, this is just for a dog. A medium-sized, highly sociable mammalian carnivore. It has a keen sense of smell. It can be trained to obey commands. Her hair is buff. Her ears are auburn. Her tail is golden yellow. Her head is ochre. Her front paws are golden yellow. Her rear paws are golden rod. Her skin is pale chestnut. Her eyes are brass. She is gigantic. You know, it gives so much detail, and don't even get me started about the... See, so you got thoughts and preferences here for Dugan Nethgonfenglel. Dugan lusted flies, basically, who is a farm worker. He's been quite content lately. He's a worshipper, so you've got the religion. He's a citizen of the Malice of Holds, which is where we came from, and he is a member of the Bell of Inconvenience, which is where we are. That's our group. And he arrived at Attis Vesril on the 1st of Granite in the year 126. Yeah, so, you know, you get all this information, like incredible muscles over a small build, hair is wavy, his large irised wide-set eyes are bulging. It goes into so much detail. And you see here it says he is mighty, but he is very flimsy. He has good feel for social relationships, ability to read emotions. All this plays into how they do things, how they react to things. You know, he is often relaxed, good awareness of his own emotions, not affected by the suffering of others. You know, this guy would be a good soldier, clearly. And then, let's see, what else? He doesn't go out to do more work than necessary, exhales sharply when he gets angry. And then Wrestler, having undergone the garrison training, this dwarf has learned the fundamental rules of war. Wrestler training teaches unarmed combat and dodging above all else. Military tactics, leadership, and situational awareness. Used to pain, higher willpower, and recuperation than civilians, tire slowly, and are very agile. You know, so this guy later on would be a good leader, possibly a good early policeman style, and then you've got his relationships. You know, he's friends with this guy. He's got a grudge against the miner. You know, it goes on, and you can check them out as well, and it's absolutely brilliant. So, you know, go check this guy, who is our architect and our arcane dwarf. And you can see, you know, this dwarf bears a spark of magic in him, either rare, natural occurrence, expensive magical experiment, enables him to dip into the natural powers that surround us all. He can learn sorcery and the use of magical staves. When posed with greater danger, he can conceal himself and might slip away. So, yeah, you know, it gives you so much, and we'll be going through this more, but I do want to see the duel. I'm not sure. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted enter. Not him. Oh. I think it's going to do it by this. So let's check out the dwarf therapist. So he's called Bokash. Okay. Bokash. Where's this bloody Bokash? There he is. Okay, so view, and then... Okay, so dwarf has proven skill in the fine arts. The members of the Jewelers Guild create the finest trade goods, be it from gems or glass. They are in constant squabble with the Merchants Guild, which controls the taxes. Okay, so if I get someone from the Merchants Guild, they'll be upset with each other, basically. Maybe that's why he's got a grudge with this guy. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, let us get going. So, we're still paused. What I want to do first is set an area to cut trees. Now, I was hoping for a bit more mountain to be out, to be honest. But what we'll do is we will cut this off. Well, for now we'll just go in. Okay, so let's do... I like making it about 3. You can do it individually by using the arrow keys, or further by shift, like so. Later on we can fortify this and make it extend further. For now, there aren't even really any enemies to worry about. What we will do, however, is chop down trees, and just chop down a fair crap ton of trees in front. There we go. And what do we want to do? We want to do P. Is that stockpile? I think that's stockpile. And then, yeah, wood. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so stockpile wood, and we'll put it like here for now, just so that they have somewhere to put the wood. Well, he has somewhere to put the wood that he cuts down. So these guys will, yeah, pretty quickly get the, what is this again? Chert. And there you see what chert can do. Extract titanium, distill, it's all reasonably meh. I think it might be a flux stone, so possibly steel and stuff. Oh, and also, no, not a burrow. Pasture, is it capital P? Stockpile? Ah, no, it's I for zones. So what we'll do is we'll make this here. Yeah, that'll do. We'll make that a animal training. No, we want to make that a pen pasture, so that's N, and then capital N to set, and we'll put the nanny goat, the billy goat, the water buffalo, and horse there. So now they'll be taken over there. See, there they go, and they'll just graze and live and exist. The cat and the dog I will leave to them. So what's the... What are those? Ah, damn it. I'm trying to... Crap. There we go. What is that? Is that just a... Ah, it's a silk moth, okay. The cat will deal with any... Ooh, have we got some metal already? Magnetite, which is... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Iron. What's ore of Oraclium? Doesn't say. Okay. Well, yeah, you get offset. I believe now that I didn't actually turn that off, unfortunately, when I should have. But basically, what that does is it gives you kind of slag and stuff like that that will come off of the... How's that? That's not too bad. So we'll make the thing about there. So I think that... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.